Hey everybody, how's it going? Marcos Villegas, Fight Up TV, being joined impromptu by Demetrius Andrade. It's me again.
Órale, órale. ¿Qué? What's going on, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Where are you at right now? You at home, just chilling?
Yeah, I'm home. Is we got some, I don't know, like a foot of snow, and I felt like you was the perfect person to talk to today because you got that California vibe. So I got my, wannabe poncho, some sunglasses, and my cowboy hat.
Nice, man. Yeah, I'm digging
And
a
a
look.
cup of coffee.
I see a little bit of snow in the background, so yeah, I hope you're staying warm. Yeah, man. I would imagine this time off. It's been a year since we last saw you in the ring against David Benavidez. How's this year been, man? What have you been doing?
Oh yeah, man, this year been great. Family time, traveling, um, going investments, of course, getting into all that stuff. Just, training, gym, and just been trying to work on getting a fight, man. It's just like, wait, all right, okay, all right. I got beat up one time. All right, so all right, cool. Right. But where's the rest? Why ain't nobody else trying to fight? Like, what's the holdup? Like, let's keep this ball rolling of the best fighting the best. Like, what's the holdup here?
So when did you start actively trying to send out offers or get for like how long was like the time away vacation, and then how long has it been trying to get fights now?
Yeah, I've been trying to get back in the ring ever since I think January, February. I've been trying to line something up with somebody, something.
Oh wow, so this has been almost a year you're trying to get a fight then.
Yeah, of course. And I'm just, you guys kind of know me, like, I'm not one to be all out there in the media trying to, like, stir up anything other than letting the higher up, the people in the background set the things up. And then once I know we got ourselves a deal, then I come on the mic and do what I do. But I've been going for a little bit. I know people miss me. I miss boxing. And I'm just here to, like, state my statement and let people know I'm ready to tangle.
So have you been getting pushed back on any offers? Like have people just been passing? Like what's been happening in terms of getting you back in the ring?
I mean, on the boxing end, nobody's saying, "Oh, I'll fight Demetrius Andrade," and then on the back end, nobody's saying, "I would fight Demetrius Andrade." So, I mean, I've been asking for, maybe like a lineup where, let's just say, let me get a fight, tune-up fight, this Plant, or you know what? No tune-up fight. Let's fight Charlo. If it's on that side right there, I mean, you got Munguia, who you got Edgar that's around. That's just that top tier of fighters who I would like to get in, and that makes sense. And then you have, I haven't looked up like the good like tune-up fights. I haven't looked up who's like a good guy to get back in the ring with yet. So I don't really know what that pool of fighters are right now. But I'm just ready to get back in the ring with whoever.
Are you at this point, Demetrius? Are you a free agent or are you tied with like PBC or a certain promoter?
No, well, so yeah, I have no promoter. Um, I'm sort of free agent. I can fight on anybody's network. And yeah, that's all it's about. Who wants to make something happen? Because I believe in any which direction, there's great fights for me in that network. So I mean, it only makes sense to me.
Yeah, you mentioned Edgar Berlanga. I know you guys are kind of like in the same area. I'm not sure if you guys are friends or have some sort of relationship there in terms of being, cool with each other. Is there some sort of thing there with you guys where you guys are cool with each other, or it's just someone that you've always seen in the circuit?
Nah, I think the Puerto Ricans love me more than him.
Mm. Why is
I'm
that?
Puerto
Why is
Rico.
that, Demetrius?
New York loves me, baby. I'll go to New York and I'll beat the shit out of Edgar Berlanga.
All right, let's get into the some of the happenings in boxing. But first off,
Yeah, for sure.
Demetrius, are you going to continue to stay at 168 pounds?
Yeah, 168 pounds is a good weight class. I think there's a lot of great fights. Just the guys I mentioned are all in 168 pound weight class. I think there's nothing for me at 160, nor do I want to even try to make that weight anymore. I outgrown it. Like I'm big now. You know, we all get older. We don't get younger. And there's, like I said, there's better fights at 168. And I fought the biggest guy at 168. My second fight at 168. No, like whatever. Like, you know, like it is what it is. Nobody on this side is scared to get in the ring with anybody, win, lose, or draw. Like I'm able and I can hang in there and do what I need to do. But you know, that time versus David was just a rough year for me. I'm like get over like, you know, grieving. I lost a close family member that's close to my heart. My little brother almost like, you know, didn't make it either. Like, and then I had to prepare for training. And so like there's a lot of fighters, a lot of people out there in life that would have like passed up the opportunity to fight David or become a 3 divisional world champion because of those type of situations. And you got guys that's like, oh, I'm mentally unstable for this. I can't. No, I take boxing as of my way out in life, and I use it to my full ability to, you know, set my future and keep me from being contained. I like to have freedom. So that's what it does for me. So therefore, yeah, it was rough. You know, at moments in the gym, it would just hit me and I would just like stop. Like there's no motivation. I just want to go lay down now. I just want to go home. I just want to go to sleep. And you know, that would happen throughout the whole year. You know, I finally got over it, and now I'm ready to, like, you know, let's brew something up. Even though I was trying to brew something up early on, like I told you, like about February, March, for May, at least July, August. Okay, I'll be back in the ring. I think that's a good time frame. Let's make something happen. You know, so it was just a tough year for me during that time.
Yeah, I can hear in your voice. It's still a tough thing to even think about or bring up. How much did that affect you coming into that fight with David?
It affects me a lot. I mean, I don't I don't try to use it as an excuse for my performance or nothing. I'm not one of those guys. It's just now I feel comfortable letting like some of the boxing world media, whatever, know what was happening during that time, because people want to know what's going on with Demetrius. They want to know who I am. They want to get the parts that they don't get to see. Like, yeah, I was in a hurt state, a sad state, kind of like depressed state of mind. But at the end of the day, I got children. I have an opportunity. I have to keep moving forward because life don't stop moving. You know, life just keeps moving at the end of the day, no matter what happens in life. And so, you know, there's no pause in life. So, yeah, it's tough, you know.
Yeah,
But
I know. You know, like you said, you have a family, you have kids. You know, if you don't fight, you don't get paid. At all, did it ever cross your mind to not go through with that fight with David last November?
at times, yeah, at times, because it was, you know, like I'm going through. Okay, my dad, me and him training wasn't. He came 1 week before the fight. Like we wasn't. There was just so much going on. Like my little brother, right, on the 4th floor of the hospital in a coma. My mom on the 5th floor in the hospital in a coma. Like, and then training, and then my dad having to deal with, like, we just wasn't. And so, yeah, it was just a tough year. I'm a man about it. I'm gonna do what I need to do because at the end of the day, like I said, life doesn't stop moving. You just gotta. But how many people would have not took the opportunity? And then if I didn't, I would have maybe kicked myself in the ass, maybe not, maybe yes. And then what? And then what? Just be sitting on my ass crying? Nah, no, I need something to get me out the funk, you know? And that was it. And even my, you know, people in my circle, my team was like, yo, whatever you do, don't bring it up. Don't give me the sad face. Like try not to do that so I could stay focused. And a lot of the time I had to hide that. So even the night of the fight, it was tough. I was in the back, I was vomiting. It was just tough, man. It was just a tough year, which at the end of the day, I'm a fighter. I believe who I am, the confidence and my skills and talent. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I do. It was just tough. And did it play in the fight? it played in the whole circle, you know, no, like the communication level, like between me and my dad, just a whole lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying, that usually is there, wasn't there because of the situation, which is, to me, fine, because I went through with it. I believe in myself, my talent, and whatever happens, happens. But I'm not going to be shy or run away from something because, like, life is going on. But this is my life also, is boxing.
Yeah, what caused you know, you mentioned your brother was in a coma on the fourth floor, your mom in a coma in the fifth floor. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I feel like sometimes I'm letting a little bit out. It's more like an intimate settings where I can sit down and have an interview, and I feel like I can like tell somebody face to face. Over the phone, it's kind of like, you know, not the proper way I would like to deliver like my message, but yeah, it's just tough, man. It's just tough. It was just a tough time.
Yeah.
Tough time, man. It was a tough time. And then I lost my mom.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah, no, I could, you know, I could see it still affects you. You know, I know it comes in waves. All of a sudden, it just crashes on you, and you get like, you know, a flood of emotion going through. So, you know, my condolences to you on that, Demetrius. I'm sorry to hear about that.
No, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, in terms of the performance, you know, a lot of people were wondering, like, hey, you know, like, well, what's going on here? This is not the Demetrius we're used to seeing in the ring. Others have pointed out, like, hey, that's just what happens when a Benavidez fights someone. It overwhelms them. But overall, now looking back at the fight, like, what'd you make of how it played out, in your opinion?
I mean, I went in there and just like I said, like some of the like the usual way of training or some of the stuff that I'm used to hearing wasn't there because that the corner was silent. It was like me and my dad had have like a relationship during that time. Andre Rosario, who was like sort of new to the situation, and then it just was a whole bunch of silence. It wasn't this normal stuff like the stuff that will keep me reminded, you know, at the same time. But I just went in there like a G at the end of the day, like, yo, you're a big boy, like, cause he was big. Like when I seen him done away, and I was like, all right, okay, cool. Even in the press conference, when I bumped into him, I was like, there's boy, he must be like 200 some pounds right now. Oh, shit, this boy's big. And then the weigh-in, I was like, all right, he's gonna start losing weight. Cool. The next day, though, I looked over. I was like, "Whoa."
This is not the same guy.
I was like, yo, oh shit, we in a fight. Your boy, you look like he was 200 pounds plus, should I say, 205, I was like 183, 4 pounds when I stepped in the ring. I went and took my weight right in when I got in the bat. I was like, oh man. I got up to like 89, I think, throughout whatever, and then you just do like, you know, your body losing weight, using the bathroom, of course. You know, I got back in the ring. I was like 80, like I said, 3, 4, 5, which is fine, felt good. But man, when I was hitting them with some of the shots and early on in that round, like I was telling people, I was hitting them the body shots, right? And it felt like when I was throwing them body shots, it was just like, here's his body. It's like, it like just
Absorbed it.
it was like, holy, I was like, huh? I was like, man, what the hell? I was like, this is gonna be a long night.
Yeah, what round did you realize, like, oh shit, like this is gonna be a long night?
The first round, when I seen him across the ring, I was like, hey, I was like, Jesus, wait, no wonder why. I'm not the only one. If you look at fucking Canelo's even like, I want to get 25, fight somebody 25 pounds heavier. You are paid that. Yeah, shit. But at the end of the day, that was just the obstacle of my career and life in a sense. Like, you know, I wasn't getting, nobody was like eager to wanted to fight me. David didn't have any challenges. I didn't have any challenges. I had enough of sitting back and waiting. Like how much longer? Like I said, time you ticking for everybody in this world. Like you got to get it now than never. So it was like you want to fight David? I was like, listen, one thing about me, I'm not shy, but I never looked to fight David. I'm like, man, look at shit. He's not 6'3", he's 7 foot now, motherfucker. Man. His arms are this long. Like, whoa, like, what do I gain from this situation? Like, but at the end of the day, I gain respect. I put my skill on the line. I gave boxing what they was looking for, a good fight, the best fighting the best, win, lose, or draw, no matter what the situation was. I believe I can beat David, especially under the right circumstances and the right mindset. I believe I could. And then, some of the conditions too. Some of the conditions wasn't in my favor. Ring size, not to say David, drug testing for the right period of time, not like a 4-week time, ring size. I want the same ring size him and Caleb Plant for. I didn't get that. They was like, no, that's a deal breaker, or whoever. I was like, damn, I can't get, like, I'm a small guy. Like, I'm a big guy, but I'm a small guy compared to him. Weight, no weight clause. And like I said, testing, those are 4 big factors in the sport of boxing. And he's younger than me. It's just like, what? I have nothing on my side. I'm dealing with life. I'm trying to keep my mind occupied. And I'm just saying, yep, don't worry about it. I got confidence. I got talent. It's a fight. At the worst what's going to happen, we fight. And that's what I did. For the first 4 rounds, I came out to fight. And
yeah, a lot of people
somehow, I don't know how that got in there. It got in there, and it did make a difference, that one shot.
The 4th round.
Yeah, I was beating the shit out of him for 4 rounds. And, well, I won't say beating the shit. I was beating him for 4 rounds, but I was giving him some shit for 4 rounds. I was moving the 18-wheeler inch by inch. I was moving his ass. I was turning him, twisting him, pushing him like, shit, let's fight. Because I had that in me, as I was dealing with life, like shit. A little frustration too at the same time.
So that explains why okay, because a lot of people were wondering why you chose to fight him the way you did instead of the usual way you approach fights.
Well, I was going to get into that, I think, in the later round, but the first rounds, it just was like I need to get some steam out. I need to get it out early, and then I felt comfortable doing what I was doing too. Like, does David have power? Yeah, he has power. Does he have I never seen him have one power. I don't know. Some people can take it punches, some people can't. Whatever. I got hit, got up, took like a G, went on a few more rounds. Yeah, I'm getting hit. I'm trying to smother him, wear him off a little bit, set him up with some shots, hit him with some body shots while I'm inside. I know he's a big boy, so I know I'm going to get hit. I'm prepared to get hit. I don't know, the last round when I'm like, okay, here we go. I got him kind of where I want him to be. Like, he's starting to let his guard down. When I had stepped back and he came through and I hit him with the 2 double uppercuts, you go find that thing in his head. Like I keep telling people, his shit was like bang, bang. And I threw 4-piece combination, 5-piece. And he smiled at me, and then he came back, was like, I was like, yeah, I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do here. Like, holy shit. It took anybody else, right? Anybody else, I believe, Plant, Callout, Edgar, Munguia, anybody in the pool of tune-up. If I would have come out the first 4 rounds and stop putting that beating on them like that, it was gonna go to maybe a stoppage, unanimous decision. It was gonna go that way because he was a big, strong guy. Of course, he was able to absorb it. He weighed a lot. He was a lot heavier than me. I'm not taking any excuses from David. David's he is David Benavidez. I'm proud of him. I'm happy. I'm glad he took the challenge with me, and he's going on. But he did mention going back down at 168, and because after he fought 175, he was like, "Yeah, I think I did enough at 168. I'm going to go on to the new weight class 175 and try to tackle on that." After that fight, fought the guy, he said, "I can still make 68. I think I can still make 68." because he felt the weight difference. He couldn't do what he can do when he's not the weight bully. You know what I'm saying? And that just to show for himself, like, yeah. And now he's in a good matchup against David Morrell. I think those are two guys that are, you know, same size. I think David Morrell is talented. I don't know if he had the experience to actually beat David, but I think it should be a good fight for a while, and so on and so forth. But I would love to like be able to like somehow find my path to maybe getting in the ring with David again.
Yeah,
If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, doesn't. But I will not stop saying I would like the rematch, and I would like to fight Plant. I believe beating him gets me there. Somebody, Charlo, I believe that gets me there. Like somebody like those and those names will get me to that opportunity again.
yeah. Just because you brought it up, and it is a fight that a lot of people are interested in. I know. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Take a little break. Right. Where are you headed at, Demetrius?
I'm back.
There you go. There we go. You had to step out real quick out of frame, but just because you brought it up, a lot of people see that Benavidez Morell fight is a 50-50 fight. They don't know, where to go. Me speaking to David's dad, I know you mentioned it right now. He really feels the experience of David is what's really going to carry him through in this fight, given that Morell hasn't been in the type of fights that David's been. If you had to pinpoint one thing you feel that puts either or over in the fight, what would you say that would be?
It's tough because I haven't really watched David Morrell fight by fight. I don't, to really see what he has. I seen maybe like one or two of his fights. I was like, okay, he's a big kid. He got some decent speed, but he's a little wild with his punches. That comes with experience, of course, when he'll start tightening it up. Is he tight right now to be able? Because David does have a good. His arms are long. Listen, his arms are long to me. You know what I'm saying? Morell's bigger than me, so he might have long. But when you're throwing punches at him, his arms are so long. It's so tough to hit him, especially if you're coming off wide. You got to really pinpoint the shots with David. I don't know if Morell has that in him. And I'm a sharpshooter, and David was able to with his length, be able to like block a lot of the shots I was throwing as well too. So I mean, you really got to set him up with some clean walking trap shots.
Yeah, you kind of described the power of David, but like, how does it feel to get hit by him compared to other people that have hit you? Like, is his power like a snappy power or like a thudding power?
Nah, I was telling people. So when I was supposed to fight Billy Joe Saunders back in whatever 2019 or whatever, I think it was, and he got caught for the banned substance, and I ended up fighting a guy named Walter Kankwadakwa. He's a Nigerian guy, whatever, I believe. Not too sure. He was a big boy. He was a big boy. Not very skillful, but he was like 18 knockouts, 18 and 0, undefeated fighter. Man, blocking his shots, them things hurt. That kid hit hard. He hit harder than David. To my body feeling, David just has like, kind of like that, overwhelming power that like kind of like a bang. Like it's like it's more like a loud bang. It's like a bang, not like a snap.
Like a thud.
But everybody has
a thudding power.
Yeah. Kind of like not nothing crazy where like if I'm blocking it, I'm feeling it. I'm just okay, I'm blocking it. If I got hit a few times with his. And it was just like, okay, whatever, cool. And then, but that one shot came out of nowhere, honestly. I was like, I didn't even know how it slipped in there, the way it slipped in there. And, I'm usually, like I said, my dad's always, keep me like doing on the thing. My corner was silent because of the drama, But other than that, man, I mean, I still thought it was a good fight. I watched back and I was like, yeah, that was a good fight right there. Regardless, it was a good fight for boxing, and I want to continue to do that. So I need, everybody to start getting on the same page. It's like, yo, let's get Andre back in the ring with Clint, Charlo, this, because those are the type of fights that's going to bring the best out of me too. At the end of the day, David was going to bring the best out of me. It just, the circumstances, had me a little bit more on edge and stuff. But I believe that's kind of over with. And I can just get to what I need to get to, and that's getting back. And at the end of the day, that one defeat doesn't change who I am, doesn't change my boxing. I hear like certain people out there talking shit because of what? Because they were never 2 divisional world champion, trying to make them 3, 2008 Olympian. Like, I go many years without ever taking a defeat, and it's like, what? I'm doing what you guys want. The best fighting the best also. And I've been trying to do that for years. And it took somebody at 26 years old for me to get in the ring with. That should have been Charlo for so many years.
Yeah,
Canelo, Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah, for the longest time,
Triple G.
You had difficulty getting opponents. We're now seeing that fights are being made a lot more easier because of the involvement of Turki Al-Sheikh. Because you're a free agent now at this point, do you feel like that's the route you might have to go to fight over in Riyadh season in Saudi to get the fights that you want to get?
Yeah, like anything. I have never, every stone must be no stone unturned. Every time, like, I have no problem. Hey, how you doing? Are you interested? What are you interested in? Because I'm interested in this lineup right here. Let's make it happen. Let's make. There's so many, and I don't mind being on. If it's a main event, cool. If it's a co-feature, co-main event, cool. I'm just looking to get back in the ring and fight, and whatever it is, like this March 1st. I'm like, yo, I can get on that March 1st card. Put Charlo on there. He's like, Charlo, like, I want to fight. Like,
oh yeah, Lamana, right?
Lamana. I need to take my prescription. Like, bro, huh? Come on, Charlo. You can't keep running around with the excuse about this whole mental shit. Year after year, fight after fight. You went and fought David's brother on the undercard, who came up from 147 and gave you 12 rounds at 168, 10 rounds, whatever it was. And now you're looking for another tune-up fight. But I haven't fought for that date. You haven't fought. I don't see what the problem is. I think that's a perfect fight right now.
Yeah, I'd love to see that fight. I've been wanting to see that fight between you and Charlo, you and Plant. There's a lot of people, Munguia and Billy. 168 certainly has a lot of names for you to go and tussle with. Just want to get your thoughts on something, though, Demetrius, because you fought David, and David moved up to 175 because he was tired of trying to get a Canelo fight. You try to get a Canelo fight. There's that video that, you after the Saunders fight, you came into the press conference asking for the fight. Like, what do you make of that whole situation now that Canelo fought Berlanga, whom I know it was reported
what they call like renege or something Canelo did? Because usually he's supposed to fight the winner from me and David, supposedly, right? It was like the winner fights Canelo. Canelo here, the winner.
And well, potentially, because Canelo picks who he wants to fight, but
yeah, clearly we see that. You're fighting Munguia. Munguia's like this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you so much. Yes, Canelo. Oh yes, thank you so much. You're very nice to me. And then you got Berlanga. He should have been doing the same thing, but instead he want to be there, trying to like with the gimmicks, talk shit, however he does his thing, whatever. He's New York, yay.
Yeah, what'd you make of how he fought?
And then Canelo says, like, who do you fight? You don't fight nobody.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, okay, so you said that with me, you said that with him, but you keep fighting these guys that doesn't really bring value and wasn't even a world champion. Wasn't even a world champion, you keep fighting these guys. But it's just like, I think Canelo needs to fight either me, of course, for history's sake, and it's going to be a great fight. I don't blame him not to fight David. Canelo, stay away from David. Don't do it. Let me get out of it one time. Don't do it. Listen, I'm taller and longer than Canelo. And like, I don't know if Canelo can. That's a big boy, man. I don't care. The skills is, you gotta really have the right skill set, movement, IQ, sharpness to like beat David. Unless David just fights the next biggest man, in the 75, it's going to be a different story. But at 168, that's how you have to be to beat him. But 75 is a whole different playing field. You got some heavy hitters out there.
Yeah, you might be then. Well, that's probably, you're saying, hey, there's a reason why Canelo's not fighting, David, because of the things that you just mentioned. Like, well, that's in your opinion that there's the reason.
I knew the reason too. David was never on my radar. I was looking at him like, yeah, that's gonna be a bad motherfucker right there. Whoever fights him, and it happened to be me. It just that's how sometimes the world works. Obstacles, the universe, like it just our paths collided, and that was fine. And I was fine with it. I'm not scared of a fight. Is pretty much is what I'm saying. Let's fight. You might have the upper hand, but you know what? I have the skills, ability, the will, the mindset to put it out there. Yo, people lose in life or win in life, whatever. I look at it as a win-win. Nothing. It was a great match. I loved it. I got good experience being in the ring because of like I'm barely in the ring. And it was like it was good. I had fun at the end of the day too. Even though I was going through whatever I was going through, I try to keep myself in the good spirit. But
what would happen in your opinion if they were to fight? Because a lot of people do favor Canelo. A lot of people favor Benavidez. They mention it as a true 50-50 fight between the two.
Nah, Canelo's not beating him.
Wow.
I don't see how Canelo's beating him. Canelo's smaller than me, shorter than me. And I was able to push David around a few rounds, do what I had to do, whatever. But that weight and his length, and he knows how to throw like punches and bunches, it's going to be a hard task for Canelo. And then David's not somebody that's going to let up on you either. He's not going to like. He has no like distance as far as like this fight is. That's like, you could jab with each other. Like you can sit back, what distance, get it? No, he's on your ass once he's like he starts warming up, and because he's big, he's long, he can protect himself. Look, for me, his shit was like it was down to his hip. How can you score shots with that if you're not a big, powerful puncher to like wear and tear him down? Canelo's a good fighter. I have nothing against Canelo as far as his boxing. I do have things against him as far as like why he be talking shit to me and why he hasn't stepped up to the plate and fought me, right? Somebody that became 2-divisional world champion, recently fought David Benavidez, trying to get all the big fights. It's like, why are you giving these other opportunities to these guys that has really never done anything? Doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, like you said, he is his own boss. He can choose. More power to him. But you don't want to like get in there with like great fights too. But that's his word, his opinion on that. But yeah, I don't think Canelo's beating David. I don't think nobody at 168 right now is beating him. But Morell was a 168. Now they move up to 175, which that seems like their proper weight category. If he's not there, and I move up to 168, who I have to worry about?
Well, like I said,
Since he's not there, let's make these fights happen now.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of openings there for you.
Yeah, let's tangle. What are we waiting for? Plant. Similar fighter. He fought David. I fought David. I think me and him will make a great fight because his fighting style, my fighting style, and the way we can adjust and switch it up and get close. He's a close outside rangy fighter. I could do both. I think that's a great fight because we're both going to want to get in there, move a little bit. I think it's going to be a great boxing match and a little, tussle.
Touching just lastly on your perspective on David and Canelo, do you think David stops Canelo then, based on like what you're saying and what you've seen?
I mean, if you watch David's fights, he's punching in bunches. He usually does that. He usually gets to overwhelm you. Plus at the 168 pound, he walks in that ring big. I don't care what anybody says. What he says, I know last time he said something about I was only 180 pounds. Bullshit. You was when he fought the 175 guy.
Oh, Vosdek.
Yeah. David's big boy. He got a lot of weight he could put on. His body frame, no muscle. He's one of them freaky genetic kids, like no muscle, power, speed, and then he could put the weight on easily. Take it off the right way through training certain people, and then once he do, whoop, swole right back up. Look, Member was in his corner. Member was in Edgar's corner when it came to their biggest test and biggest fight with me, with David, now Edgar with Canelo. So it was just like they picked up, whoever they picked, and they put him on, put that weight on, and he was a big boy.
So there's talk too of like Canelo and Crawford. Like you're mentioning that you feel like David's just too big, too young, just too much overall. Like, is that kind of the same thing with the Crawford and Canelo because of the weight classes, the weight between them?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Listen, I love Crawford. He's a good friend. We reach out to each other. We've been travel the world through the amateur program. He see me beat people up. I see him beat people up. He see me get beat up. I got beat up. We both, whatever. Everybody. The stories can go on, but yeah, when it comes to weight and power, man, that shit is real. And then skill level too. Like Canelo's not no pushover. Look what he did to the little girl Charlo. You know what I'm saying? Like Charlo, big bad wolf, and he ran the whole night off of a couple of hooks. Like shit, Canelo threw a couple of hooks and he just ran all night. It's like, where's that? Let's fight. I think Crawford has the skills, but when it comes to start getting shots and blocking them power shots, and Canelo knows how to move too. He has agility. It's not like a robot. I mean, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, but that's a huge fight. A lot of fans want to see it. Like even a lot of trainers I've spoken to have said and feel that Terence, because of his skill level, can bridge the gap between weight and make it even because he's so damn good and his IQ is so damn good.
My opinion is my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think Crawford can beat Canelo. But do I think he can give him a good fight? And I'll be sitting there rooting for Crawford all day. I'll put all my money. I'm always going to bet on black, always. But in reality of it, I just think Canelo knows how to fight. He knows how to come in big, and he can throw hard shots. He's a technical guy too. Look what he did to Callum Smith, hitting elbows, hitting arms, hitting all this other stuff. He's going to use those same type of tactics on the smaller guy. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just talking real boxing facts. I'm not trying to be in this fantasy world because it's not what I'm in. Mm. If I'm in a fantasy, I'm gonna be like, ooh.
Well, that's almost coming to fruition with these meta glasses, Demetrius.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Yeah. And then when they start coming out with the robots, it's game over. Then. Hey, so I know you're looking for fights with all these guys, but how did you see Berlanga's performance against Canelo?
Honestly, man, I didn't even watch it. I seen like little clips when the highlight came on.
Why didn't you watch it?
I haven't really watched too much boxing.
Okay.
Just because, I've been either traveling, I've just been like doing family activities during those times. Like, I take, we go out and do things. You know what I'm saying? I get to the fights later. Right now, I just kind of want to because in life itself, you can somebody working a regular night, drop your kid off, go to work, pick the kid up, eat, have dinner. No, I wanted to spend my time trying to do activities, get them ready for their stuff, be at all their sport activities, bring them places, do things, just focus there. Because as a, somebody like me that's still in the game, that works out through all type of hours of the day, of the night, is, sometimes, I miss them and they miss me, it's tough. I fight usually 11 to 12 o'clock at night. I will set my sparring up around 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? I do certain things all through the night, and it's just this time around, I just want to just chill while I have the time, handle some house projects, other investments I got going on, real estate shit, manufacturing shit, and kids, and just having some fun for
I,
myself too.
I know you've been around the game for a long time, and I know you've seen this with other fighters. You know, there's this saying like you're only as good as your last fight. What do you make of like the perceptions based on how you looked against David? People that are counting you out and saying like, "Hey, you know, Andrade's not the same fighter as he was. He's it's not it anymore."
Yeah, I don't think I heard anybody say that. I don't know where that's coming from. Some people are just, saying, like, as far as reporters, not like the fans. The fans is
Mm.
like, yo, we want Andre back. We can't wait. We miss him. Where he at? Because at the end of the day, my performance was great. Like when you watch it, it was a great fight, regardless. It wasn't like some one-sided walkover thing. No, it just, at the end of the day, some things take a turn. That's just one punch can change the game. We already know that. And I just explained to you pretty much the outgoing way of things. And what that has to Canelo loses, Munguia loses, Roberto Duran loses, Sugar Ray Leonard loses, Miles Marvin loses, and then they come back and they still do what? Make great fights.
Pacquiao gets knocked out.
But that's not his first, whatever. That wasn't his first loss when that time happened. But what? We're still not supposed to make great fights because now all of a sudden, like, and then somebody was like, oh, his shiny O is going, whatever. It's just like, yo, I could give two fucks about that. I did everything I needed to do prior to, you know what I'm saying? I became two-division world champion. I fought undefeated for a very long time. I just turned 36 years old. Like, okay, that's just over and done with. It's all about making the great fights happen. Like, I got to that. You're supposed to keep that, for as long as you can. Please believe me. Like, you don't never want to see him like, oh, I lost. That's like not a feeling or whatever, but it is part of life. It is part of the sport. Somebody has to lose. But who did I lose to? Anybody that was really supposed to lose to? Did I lose to anybody in my proper weight classes during that time? No. I went up and shot and whatever. Anybody else, why haven't they called me out to fight me yet? Munguia lost, he's back in the ring. Plant loses, he's back in the ring. Charlo acts like a little girl and shit, but he gets back in the ring. Like, what's the holdup? Why am I still being the one that's like being shy away from? There's a reason why. Yeah, I can still fight. And they see me move the 18-wheeler as far as David Benavidez. Like, I moved them. Everybody was like, finally, alale, olale. When he caught me, olale, hey, oh God, that was scary. Ooh, a bucket Andre, but scary shit.
Yeah, I know you've heard this like before. Like people, not people, but fighters would categorize you as a high risk, low reward. You just
ask
mentioned
David how much money he made fighting me.
What's
that? I said, ask David how much money he made fighting me. They didn't give him no money for not fighting me.
So that's no longer the case anymore.
It was never the case. It was never the case. I made money every time I step into the ring, and the person that fought me usually made the most money as well, unless you fought Canelo. I don't know. Unfortunately, guys, hey, I don't blame you. Go over there, lose over there, say you fought Canelo, and all right, get that check. Fight me, you might get now fight again, and you get like not even a portion of it. Maybe $1 million. He can get you two, go get two. But it is what it is. And then like Edgar, right? It's bad funny. Edgar's over here like he fights Canelo. And I'm just, I watch a little like, I'm into like sometimes the press conference, the talk, you know what I'm saying? Not really watching the fight so much. I get to it when I'm like, ready to watch boxing, or if I get a fight with somebody. He's like, yeah, Puerto Rico, yeah, get in line, cuz, yeah, get in line, yo. It's like, get in line, you get in line for, you beat somebody? Did you beat anybody? It's like, what do you mean get in line? Telling people because you fought Canelo, Canelo made you this guy. You haven't beat nobody, have gotten a ring, and done nothing in the sport. Never a world champion, and tell people to get in line. Like I heard him say something about Tequila Plant, some shit like get in line. Like, huh? Get in line. Yo, that's crazy what Canelo's doing. Yeah, go get that Canelo money.
Yeah, a lot of people have.
Canelo! Canelo! Olale! We were like, that's a go, my friend, my brother. Come on, it's fine. Help me, help you. I got kids too, baby. Come on, come on, come on. I want a gas station.
Yeah, I've seen this gas station in Guadalajara. It's a good
Help
amount of
me.
gas stations.
Come on. Give me, fight me, and I invest. We invest, and we make money all the time. No problem. No problem. We do.
Do you ever look
Same
at the
thing, same thing.
memes from that press conference?
Yeah, I made him say. I helped make it more. Shit, I should be getting royalties for shit that like I got Canelo. That was all me. Like, yo, give praises where praises is due, man. That was all me. I made you swear. I made you say payday. I did, and every day I see some shit. And like when you go in the kitchen and they try to something about cooking, and the mom's like, "Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here, man! Get the." I be dying. I be laughing at those TikTok shit. But yeah, I did that. People, me, Demetrius Andrade, not Canelo, me. All right, I helped him. Now help me.
I probably should have asked you this, but it just came to my
We'll see
mind
some of it.
because Gervonta mentioned it. Gervonta is saying that he's going to retire at the end of 2025 because he's just fed up with boxing, but also he wants to go through therapy. He doesn't want to be, from what I've seen, like have a lot of anger with them. But segueing from that, because I'm going to ask you about that, but did you ever at all in this year off, like think about stepping away permanently from the sport?
The hell no.
Oh, okay.
Hell no. Did you just hear me say I'll try to get a ring for August, September?
Yeah, I know, but I know you had
I'm
it.
trying to put some fucking leather on somebody. What the
Okay, that's
hell
good.
shit?
But I know you had a
I
tough
got
year.
all the fire in me to
Okay,
fight.
okay, that's
All the
good.
fire is in me to fight. Please believe. Like, no, I'm ready to fight.
Okay, okay.
I'm ready to fight.
Speaking of Tank, what do you make of Lamont Roach, his chances in this fight against Gervonta?
I mean, man, it's hard to beat Tank. It's gonna be hard to beat him. I think, Roach, he suffered a loss, like 2 losses or something like that, right? He suffered a few losses. Yeah, I think honestly to make that card like more lively than what it is, they need Demetrius Andrade versus Jermall Charlo. That's what they need for that card right there. That's what's gonna make that card. What about that? That's what will make that card.
I would like that over the Lamont fight.
Make that card. Andrade versus Plant, Andrade versus Charlo. I think that makes that card more than what it is.
Yeah, now that'd be great if that would happen.
They got no undercard.
It hasn't been announced yet.
I'm right here, baby.
But
Olale! Olale! Yeah, I'm doing it for you guys too. I'm doing it for my guys too, baby. Come on now.
But what does happen in that fight? Is it a better fight than what people are saying it will be?
I haven't really watched the roast guy recently. I've seen a few fights, but at the end of the day, if you don't got like real speed, I don't think anybody can beat Tank because he has speed and power. You really have to have speed, real speed, footwork, and like IQ to beat Tank. You don't have to have the most power. You just need to have real speed to keep him, off balance, have him thinking more. I don't really see no fighter that can do that.
Oh, not Shakur, not Devin, not Teo.
Listen, I'm a fan of Shakur. I watch him fight, but I thought Devin was going to be the guy that could beat anybody in due time, but the development didn't really work out, I guess. And then I thought he would have been like a Sugar Ray Leonard type guy. You know what I'm saying? Like through his years to come. But when I seen that Ryan Garcia fight, it was just there was no speed, there was no ferociousness, there was nothing there. It just like I don't know what it was. If he got too comfortable thinking, however, but I just didn't see anything happen. He didn't push the limit when he was supposed to. I thought he was going to be the one to be able to do it, but I don't think Shakur can do it either because Shakur, he's a great fighter. I just feel like he doesn't. You got to push the issue with take two. If you can't push the issue, sitting back thinking you could counter him is going to be tough.
Have
I
you
just think it's
been
going to be tough.
have you been following the fallout between Devin and Ryan and what's happened since with the whole the drug issue and then the suing issue? What are your thoughts on
Yeah,
all that?
I seen the first part of it, but I didn't really get in tune with it to know. But I think like this, like when you okay, listen, it's a lot of people on drugs. People, I might have fought people on drugs and I beat them. You know, I'm not going to say no name. I'm not going to say anything like that. But it is what it is. Um, the skill level though, and the performance of that fight. Devin didn't never push anything. He kept like he didn't push the issue when the dead rounds. I think dead rounds was like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He didn't do anything but run around chase him with a jab. He didn't try to throw no hard body shots, cut off the ring. He didn't do anything to like, yeah, he got up, he showed his will, but he didn't do anything to try to like win the fight in a way of like, no, nah, it's my turn now. And that's it. And I just don't feel like he's the one to beat Tank.
Could that be because just Ryan caught him early, and when you get caught with the punch, you just get caught with a punch, and it just messes everything up?
No, he did get caught early, but he had so many dead rounds. Is what I'm trying to explain. You had you. It wasn't like he got caught and then Ryan was on his ass round by round by round by round by round to get him out of there. No, Ryan caught him that one time and let 4 or 5 rounds go by with nothing. Ran, circling, throw little shots, whatever. Maybe he hit him once or twice, but there was no real pressure on Ryan's end to like push for the knockout. Like he didn't knock him down and just like, oh, I'm on top of him. No, he gave him space, gave him distance, rounds was going on. It started being like little like this. Oh shit, what's going on? And then boom, he knocks him down again. And there was excitement again. But all those dead rounds is like Devin didn't do anything to, regain the either going through the point system or show dominance in the fight. Like, okay, you got that shot. Let me recover for 1 round, 2 rounds, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, did nothing.
So then, in your opinion, do you think that Ryan would win in a rematch? The result would be the same still?
I would hope not. I would hope not. I would hope Devin is like that, gave him a lesson to be like, yo, I need to train a little differently, do something, get more, like whatever it is, whatever the style is to beat Ryan, which he already has. He just didn't utilize it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see what happens, man. I feel like that's a huge like fight.
What about that? What about that Bivol and Demetrius Benavidez fight? You watched that?
Yeah, I did watch that fight. I was there
How do you feel
Riyadh.
about that fight? What was your feeling on that?
So it's weird, man. I'll tell you this. So in person, I thought watching the fight that it was clear. It was close, but it was clear to me in person that Bivol had won that fight. I watched it back on TV and I thought, damn, this fight is really freaking close. I could see why they scored it that way now. Watching it on TV, I thought, man, this is a draw.
Yeah, I was a draw, or I was almost in a favor for my boy Bivol in that
Yeah.
fight. I was like, he was hitting that combinations, moving, strategy, IQ. Like sometimes, like, yo, we can't take away that part of boxing when somebody's is big and strong versus somebody fast and has box. Like you do you not take the judges take in skills? Do you not take in strategy of how to beat down the monster? Like I think he did a great job his strategy for the fight. He was moving, he was on point, he threw punches and bunches, landed a bunch of shots. And I thought he blocked a lot of shots
He
too.
did
But
block a lot of punches. I think, just because when I used to score fights for Fox, like I started noticing a few things on the judges, and I started noticing a few things about international judges. And I feel like international judges favor a lot of the time the guy that moves forward, that comes forward. and like the optics of a guy that's coming forward, even though you're blocking the punch, he's moving you when you block the punch. And with the Beterbiev and Bivol fight, there's a lot of times where I did notice like, hey, Bivol's blocking all these punches that are coming from Beterbiev, but it's still moving him back. And when I saw it on TV, I thought like, okay, if I'm a judge looking at this, it seems to me like, yo, Beterbiev is still being effective, even though Bivol's blocking these punches. They're still damaging. They're still doing something because it's moving.
Yeah, because
Bivol.
he's a big, strong guy.
Yeah,
You've got
yeah.
big, strong versus boxing speed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of gotta like, you gotta like the judges gotta like find their little.
We're always told that clean punches that land are the ones that count more than like blocked punches. Like blocked punches aren't supposed to count for points in in boxing, but it's at the discretion of what the judges like. If they feel like a blocked punch is a damaging punch more so than a clear landed punch from Bivol, then what can you do?
And what do you feel about that, Katie and Serrano?
Okay, so that one live, when I was watching, I thought Katie had won the fight. Watching live, for the same reasons why I thought Bivol won live, because I saw the clean punches landed to the face more times than not coming from Katie and Bivol. But watching it back on TV, I was actually, for that fight, I was surprised. I was like, yo, this is a completely different fight now on TV. Like I felt when you look at the fight overall, Amanda landed the harder punches, the more damaging punches, and the punches that hurt Katie Taylor.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So pretty much what I'm trying to say, like I'm saying, you got big, strong versus fast and speed. Like, how do these judges start weighing in strategy to beat these guys if every time you fight somebody big and strong to go the distance, the big, strong guy wins?
So I feel they need to have a monitor, first off, because they miss a lot of things because of the vantage points. But also, too, I better training, overall, like from what I've been told is like, what's the thing that counts the most in a fight? You've always been told clean, effective punching. And it's like, when you break that down, like what is clean, effective punching? Clean punches are punches that land clean, where you clearly see, it hits the opponent, head moves back, but also effective. Effective means damaging punches, because at the end of the day, like, what are you or anybody else in the ring trying to do to their opponent? You're trying to hurt them. You're trying to hurt them and put them down and put them out. So that's what that means, effective, damaging punches. So I think that gets muddled up a lot with some judges. They're not, they have their own philosophy. It's subjective. They see what they like. So, yeah, it's difficult.
Sure is. But what a great fight. Those two great fights. That I enjoyed watching even what's his name? Barrios on that card.
And Ramos. Yeah, that was a good fight.
That was a good fight.
Did you think that was a draw?
It started looking like that, but Barrios, I don't know. It was that was who do you think got it?
I thought it was a draw. I thought it was a draw. I thought it was a draw.
Yeah. Now, draw for sure. I thought they're both even rounds. And then Kaylee and then the Mike Tyson thing was all good. It was smooth. I was glad, it ended the way it ended. And it was overall looked like a great event and a fun time to be at.
Yeah, no, the crowd was crazy. The energy was crazy. I don't think I've ever heard a crowd that loud.
Mike Tyson.
Fighter. Yeah, for when they announced Mike Tyson, like I remember I looked at the arena, I was like, holy crap, like, dude, like only Mike can do this, like at 58. But yeah, the fight, it is what it is, like Mike's 58. Like, I don't know, like at the end of it, like I started thinking, and I was like, man, this is amazing that like a 58-year-old was able to do something like this. Like, I want to do stuff like that at 58. Like, honestly, I don't even look like that now at 41. Like, I want to look like that at 58. I want to like do scary shit like that at 50. Like, when I started really looking at it, I was just like, yo, this is inspirational, that like, just because you're 41, just because you're 36, just because you're 58, just because you're 64, doesn't mean you can't stop doing shit.
Man, only whatever imagined world in this freaking universe, it would be like, oh yeah, you're not your prime. Yes. No, you have it in your heart, in your mind. and your soul, your spirit, make it happen. Do it. Nobody can tell me nothing.
Yeah, very true, man.
Nobody can tell me anything. I can't hold back to the gym, and I have somebody else carry it too. Fuck it. Like, that's just the type of attitude you got to have in this world, man. And Mike Tyson is a great example of showing that in many ways.
Yeah, man. There's only Mike could be able to do something like that. It's just he's not a normal 58-year-old. He's just never been a normal person.
Wait, what is that? Rey Mysterio mask in the back?
This right here, that is a Psychosis mask that was given to me by Psychosis in Tijuana, Mexico. He signed it on the inside.
Oh, what? Dope.
Yeah.
Is this one whole thing, or you put it on something? You put the mask on, or that's just one whole unit?
No. It's his actual mask. I put it on a mannequin. Yeah, a mannequin head. Yeah, it's his, actual mask. Yeah.
You put that on when you be like this? Oh, yeah. Yes.
I put it on for a Halloween once also too. Yeah, but I felt bad because his signature's on the inside of on the right side cheek, and I didn't want it to get like smeared with sweat and all that. So like I was like, okay, I'm not gonna wear this anymore. But yeah, I have I don't know if you can see, like I have another mask over here too as well.
Okay, yeah. What is that one?
That one, I don't know. I just got it as a kid in Mexico. I don't know who that is. But yeah, I like the luchador masks. I think they're cool. I always like the designs of them.
I need one of those Mexican authentic ponchos, man.
No, the sarape, the ones that Canelo wears when he comes out.
I need one of those, like that. Was the Aztec?
I'll get you one. I'll get you one when I go to TJ. I'll get you one.
Not the whole flag thing. The Aztec one, kind of like the how. It has
that's what I'm gonna do, bro. I'm gonna get you one. I'll get your details. I have your number. I'll just randomly, you're gonna get a text from me that says, "I need your address. I'm sending you your sarape, your poncho."
Yeah.
All right, I'll get you one because you can get them in TJ for like $25.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's from TJ.
Yeah.
Not Mexico, right down the street.
No, Tijuana. It's from Tijuana, Mexico.
Okay, I'm about to say TJ.
Tijuana.
What the hell?
No, not like TJ Maxx or anything.
Yeah.
No. It's authentic. Yeah.
All right, good.
Rounding this chat off with you, Demetrius, for this upcoming year, 2025. Ideally, who's on the list? Like the hello there. Is that little Android?
Yeah, it's my little boy.
Hey, what's going on, my man? Who would you have? Who would you have on the list? Who's number one? Who's number two? Who's number 3, 4, 5?
Well, I mean, it doesn't even matter. It's just that pool, whoever was willing to fight, and then I gotta look into the tune-up pool and whoever's willing to fight. If I can't get those fights, like it doesn't matter who comes first, who comes second. That's so cliche shit. I just want to be able to fight. Out of this group, I believe makes the best fight for boxing and myself, and for whatever it is. And then if I need to shake the cobwebs, get the little ring rust off, I'm gonna see who's willing to get in there in that pool. That's always the toughest pool versus fighting the guys I'm looking to fight, because these guys might want a little bit more sometimes.
And do you need to sign to a promoter, or you feel you can get these fights as a free agent?
I mean, I'm willing to do whatever makes sense. Like I've been doing it for a long time. Been where the zone. I'm willing to go. I'm willing to talk to everybody to make the best fights. Whoever's going to help make fights happen, that's what I'm willing to do. I was with my last fight was with the last Showtime fight with them. I'm sitting back and want to fight the Plant and Charlo. So like my preference is with them still, if they can help with making these fights happen. If they don't want to make nothing happen, if they can put me on a card, keep me busy, whatever, so we can get to those things, cool. Whatever we have to do. If not, I need to figure out what's the next best thing. I can't just be sitting back waiting for something to happen when these guys don't want to make it happen. It's plain and simple, like yes or no. Yes, no.
I vote yes. I want to see all those fights.
Yeah. And so let's make it happen. These fighters got to stop this like he said, she said thing and just be like, I get on the phone sometime with like Charlo, who we speaking of. We be talking shit. I get on the phone. And I'd be
Hey,
like,
when's the last time you called him?
he called. He remember. I don't know. He did this little thing.
I
Maybe like
remember you guys went
last.
live. Yeah.
No, like last month or so or something. He oh, I sort of put out there like, I would fight him on Tank Card. Um when it was in Texas. I was like, here's your opportunity, man. It's in your backyard. You have nothing to cry about. You gotta have your fans, your supporters. But at the end of the day, when the fight's over, all my exes will be living in Texas. And then he went and did the whole got on the phone. Oh, Andre want to fight me. He's from Rhode Island. And so I call him. I'm like, we talking on the phone and shit, whatever. We just like we get at each other. It's like a roasting thing. Like it's like, yeah, fuck you, fuck me, fuck you, fuck me, fuck you. I was like, all right, enough of that. We fighting or what? You trying to? He's like, you really want to fight me? Then I'll beat the shit out of you. I don't want to end my fucking boxing career without hitting you with the straight left. Like, what do you mean? Like, of course I want to fight you. I want to fuck you up, motherfucker. You and your brothers. Like, let's freaking fight. Let's make the best out of it. And I'll see you later. Like, and so yeah.
I would imagine then on March 2nd, March 2nd, you're going to give him a phone call.
March 2nd? Yeah. No, I've been trying to tell him, let's make this shit happen now.
Or March 1st. Yeah.
Like,
but he has an opponent. He has an opponent. I don't think
man, fuck that opponent. You want to make sure man, fuck. I'll pay him some of my money and get the fuck out the way. Go, move here. Take this little 100 grand, 200 grand, whatever. Move, motherfucker.
Step aside.
You always split that bill. We'll split that because no ugly little bitch. We'll split that bill and we'll fight, me and you. That's it. Let's make this shit happen.
I would much rather see that
Stop
fight.
running with the fucking mental crying bullshit. Let's fight. Enough of that. I'm crying too. I'm crying. I got mental shit. Everybody but what that mean? You don't fight somebody real? You don't get into a real fight? You don't like try to find the urge to get out the funk? You want to fight cornflake and shit, man. Then you just have enough cornbread for Thanksgiving? This dude crying and shit. And tell him,
man.
Get him on the mic, man. Tell him this message for him.
Okay. I for sure. Hey, Demetrius, man, it was good catching up with you. Good chatting with you. Hopefully we get to see you in the ring very, very soon coming up in 2025. Thank you for the time. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you too, man. Appreciate it. God bless. Have a good day.
You too, man.
Olale! It's me again.